Hey girls, look at these hands that came to me begging for help. And the nails are, well, the lateral parallels are demolished here. The growth points are bare, slightly lifted upwards, and with a bunch of unnecessary material. But since this nail coating is already more than a month old, there's no point in talking about whether the work is done well and correctly. Let's just fix everything properly. The first stage, we remove all the excess. Since we're doing nail extensions, let's boldly shorten the length with an e-file. Set the speed from 25,000. Now is the time for speed. Don't be afraid to turn up the RPM, girls. Many beginners use low speed, thinking it's safer, but in reality it's the opposite. The bit starts digging into the product like a tiny mole. Keep that in mind. We remove the length and start removing the old coating down to the thin base layer. We don't work haphazardly, but according to a clear scheme to evenly and measuredly remove the old coating. So we cleaned up the dust. Now we take on the cuticle pocket. I have my magic metal stick helper for this. We work very carefully without pressure on the nail plate. All the pressure should go directly on the cuticle. And be sure not to forget about the sinuses. These are those tricky places where all the problems grow from later. A poorly worked pocket is like a time bomb that will definitely go off in the next stages of work and give us extra trouble. Now let's grab our file and remove any extra length. And here's a little life hack for you. If you plan to do nail extensions on dual forms, leave yourself 1 to 2 millimeters of length. Believe me, it will be much easier to control the material from the underside. Next, we lift the nail scales at the same time leveling the surface after the e-file work. This stage is just mega important because the way you work now is how your nail will look in the end. In other words, the smoother surface you make now, the smoother the next material will lie. As they say, you reap what you sow. Again, we remove the dust and move on to the combination manicure. Here, girls, the main thing is to have a good e-file that is selected specifically for the skin type. And don't forget about the correct angle. The bit should be at a 45-degree angle relative to the plate, and we work with the side along the skin, not resting against the plate like an elephant in a fence. If during the work it seems to you that you missed something, first remove the dust from the plate and only then assess the situation with a fresh look. Believe me, sometimes what seemed like an uncleared pocket turns out to be just a layer of dust. So be attentive. We proceed to cutting with scissors. Usually I do the cut dry, but if you are afraid, apply a keratolytic and wait a minute, then cut the cuticle. And yes, do not forget to neutralize the remover with water or send the client to wash their hands with water to stop the action of the remover. Otherwise, surprise, you might end up with lifting later. You need to be careful with such delicate cuticles. The capillaries are very close here, and if you cut deep, you can injure the client. Plus, the more we cut, the more it will grow later. It's such a natural revenge for our efforts, so be attentive and don't get carried away. Next, we take a silicone carbide polisher. I usually use it when the hands are dry and you need to remove all this fringe from the fingers, or just like in our case for aesthetics and to give a nice shine to the skin. After polishing, we neatly remove the dust and thoroughly wash off the silicone carbide residues with a napkin with a degreaser, at the same time degreasing the nails. By the way, I talked in detail about all the intricacies of the combined mechanical chemical preparation in a previous video. I advise you to watch it. We apply a dehydrator and primer. By the way, you can get a little dehydrator on the skin, it's okay, but be more careful with the primer. After the primer, we wait 20 to 30 seconds and you can already cover with base. For nail extensions, I take a light base from Nail Apex. It is thin, so if it is more convenient for you to work with thicker materials, take any base, but choose it according to the type of nail plate. Apply to all fingers and into the lamp for a minute or as long as it says in the instructions. We remove the sticky layer so that the materials do not conflict and we begin to select the dual forms. Choose a form so that the growth points are completely closed and the form seems to continue your nail. Well, the form should be one size larger than the plate. Now we take our gel and put a drop in the middle of the form. We distribute it nicely along the entire length of the nail, not forgetting about the side walls. They must also be covered and evenly. Then the nail will be wearable and will not chip or break the next day. After aligning the material, we dock the form to the nail and pick it up with a UV flashlight so that the gel near the cuticle zone grabs and the form does not move anywhere. Don't forget to look under the nail. Suddenly something flowed there. If everything is clean, we send the hand to the lamp for full polymerization. For nail extensions on dual forms, it is very important that the gel is thick but at the same time self-leveling and drying well. Then the extensions will be easy and without unnecessary hassle. When laying the gel into the form, don't bring it all the way to the cuticle zone by 1 millimeter. Otherwise, when attaching the form, the gel might flow out and create an unpleasant step which then have to tinker with. For our design, I chose a beige gel and on top I will level with a pink nude to get such a delicate gradient like a summer sunset. Well, my favorite moment in nail extensions is removing the dual forms. And how the nails look cannot but please. All our growth points are closed, the lateral parallels are restored as if on a ruler. All that remains is to cover the nails with gel or color and that's it. Minimal filing, clean imprinting, and strong nails. What else can you dream? With the potidus, I immediately removed the length to a clear square. This is a very cool assistant for masters. Instead of filing for a long time with a file, we just buzzed for 5 seconds and voila, the perfect square is ready. All we need to do with the file is to compare the lower parallels so that everything is tip-top. And we can start coating. As I said, we will make such a gradient-like effect with gel, the most comfortable consistency that allows leveling without flows. First, coat the entire nail with gel so the main drop spreads more easily. Then place the drop near the cuticle and gently spread it towards the free edge. Oh, and don't forget about your faithful friend, a thin brush. It doesn't matter if you work with base or color, it's always more convenient to bring the material to the cuticle and sidewalls with a thin brush. Remember this, girls, and your life will become much easier. After distributing the material, don't forget to turn the hand so it centers and then cure. For the top coating, I decided to test the camouflage top from Adore in such a delicate pink shade. Be sure to remove the dispersion layer from the gel before the top and apply it very thinly because no one likes pies instead of nails, right? Dry the top for at least 2 minutes and this applies not only to camouflage but to all tops in general. Why? Because it will help it keep its shine longer and not rub off. But we don't stop there. We decided to make a design with glitter. So with a clear top, we make such strokes like icicles. The main thing here is to catch the golden mean with the layer thickness. Not too much so that it doesn't flow into a puddle, but also not ultra thin because the glitter needs something to cling to. We will sprinkle the nails with glitter with the thermo-effect. Imagine in the cold they will be delicate pink and in the warmth silvery, pure magic. We generously sprinkle our fingers with this magic dust and shake off the remains back into the jar. Nothing should be wasted, and again we send it to dry for 1 to 2 minutes. Write how you like this design if you also want to extend nails so easily and without hassle. Nails that won't require hours of filing and leveling later. I recommend watching my video where I explain and show all the secrets of the perfect imprint in detail. Well, that's it for today's nail adventure. Thank you for being with me, creating beauty and enjoying the process. And as always, I'm not saying goodbye for long. Bye-bye, beauties.